Again, one of the big winners on Saturday night, Mike Perry took this fight on less than 2 weeks' notice. He defeated Hyun Gyu Lim in his UFC debut and raised a lot of eyebrows before the fight, after the fight, during the fight. A memorable debut, to say the least. He's joining us on the phone right now. Mike, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for the time. How would you describe your debut week in the UFC? Was this everything that you dreamed of and more?
Absolutely, just like that. Everything and more.
Did you feel any pressure going into it, considering how big this card was? You were on the pay-per-view main card, fighting a veteran. I mean, you've been in the sport for a little bit now, but nothing quite like this. Did you feel any extra pressure?
Surprisingly, no.
Are you the type that does feel pressure?
I have before. I remember being extremely nervous before in fights, but it's really just gone away. I've really begun to believe in my abilities more and more, I guess. And I mean, there was a moment where I felt a little bit of nerves, and when that moment was when his big ass walked into the octagon, and I looked at how big he was, and I was just like, dang. But then I was like, well, fuck it, happy to be here. Boom. And it went away.
What about just the experience, media and all those people at the weigh-ins and all that stuff? Are you the kind of guy that enjoys that? It seemed like you were hyped up, especially at the weigh-ins. Do you enjoy that? Do you feed into that?
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know, I feed into my own energy and the energy around me, and there was a lot of energy in that building that night.
You walked on the stage, gave high fives to the Octagon girls. Were you feeling their energy? Did you think that they liked the high fives?
I don't care if they liked it or not.
Okay. And then you went for the, you extended the handshake and then you pulled it back, and some people thought that, that might be a little bit like you're pissing off the MMA gods. Why did you do that?
The MMA God. There's only one God. I pray to him every day.
Which one is he, by the way? Which one are you praying to?
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I did that because I don't care about any of my opponents. Like feelings, or I have no remorse for you during that time. Like I came on when Cody was talking. It's fight week. It's fight time. Fuck you.
And now, as you probably know, because I've seen you address it, it seemed like one of your cornermen had some controversial comments about Lim. Can you clear this up? Were those racist comments? Were those offensive comments?
Well, I guess I said something about it, which it wasn't my place. I think it needs to be taken up with him, that individual.
Okay.
Or in my words, I can't speak for another man. I do know that man well. I know he's a kind-hearted individual who loves all people he comes across, and unless he is crossed by those people. But I don't believe there was any harm intended, and that's all I got to say about that. Everything else should be taken up with him.
Fair enough. Who was it that said it? Because we couldn't see him, obviously, because it was just the audio.
Oh, man, y'all just want me to snitch on the air.
No, just to clear it up, because you're getting some of the heat, and you didn't say it, which I don't think is very fair to you. But if you don't feel comfortable, I understand.
I appreciate that understanding.
Okay. But obviously, I mean, is it fair to say that you don't share those sentiments? Because, people are understandably upset over it.
What sentiments?
What he said.
Would those be?
What he said about Lim.
What did he say? People may have taken it wrong.
Okay.
I think people's opinion on this has been blown way out of proportion, and they need to calm down.
It seemed like he was talking about, his facial features, and if it is what people thought he was saying, I think it's fair to categorize it as insulting.
I don't know. I don't think any of my competition can see me. And when I hit Lim, I opened a lot of people's eyes.
Okay, but this was before you hit him.
Well, we can see the future.
What do you think of the stoppage? Did you think it came a little late?
No, I was trying my best to just be able to walk away from it, but he could take a hell of a shot. He wouldn't go to sleep.
Were you surprised how long he lasted, given the shots you were landing?
A little bit, yeah. I watched the fight a couple times, and I see some things I need to work on in that type of position. My precision should be a little better. And I was patient enough. I was good enough there, and I felt like my speed could have been better. So those are things I'm going to work on.
So despite the quick finish, you're not 100% content with your performance, it sounds like.
No. I always have many things to work on. I am young, and I do have a long way to go. But they're just proof of how dangerous I am in this world, in this division, and fighting in general. Because I'm a step above, and I still have floors to climb.
Afterwards, you raised some eyebrows as well, because you weren't talking about, the lower end of the division. You were calling out Robbie Lawler and Johny Hendricks. You'd like to make that big of a jump?
I don't know if I see it as a jump. I feel like those two men, I will destroy them. I feel like there might be a number 20 who's probably better that I'm not seeing. I'm not the biggest, I don't follow the whole top 50. I don't know who's up there. I don't know who's in, everybody in the division, but I will fight any man at 170 pounds, and I will do my best, and I'm pretty confident in my best abilities to come out victorious.
If you had your ideal scenario for your next fight in the UFC, you could pick one opponent, doesn't matter weight class, who's that guy? Is there a guy that comes to mind?
I think I'm working on, what's his name? Cody Covington or something.
Oh.
Covington, because he fought that night and he said, nobody in the division can handle his pressure. Well, I'm somebody. So let's see if he wants to fight somebody, not a nobody.
Okay.
I'm ready to get back in there as soon as possible, cut another check, and break another neck.
Why do they call you Platinum?
Few reasons. I'm trying to be like Iron Mike, but twice the skills. I'm very, I conduct a lot of energy, and I can absorb a lot of energy, and they use platinum like they use gold in some electronic ways. I'm going a little farther with it, but it's like, I don't know, if we wanted to set up a satellite to talk to God, we'd probably make it out of the platinum so it could reach across the universe, and the energy would stretch far and beyond anything we've ever known. And it's a precious object. It's wanted, hard to obtain. There's many reasons.
Did you notice that Mike Tyson was in attendance on Saturday?
I did. I seen him on the TV when I was in the back warming up, and I shouted him out. I was actually hoping to meet him, but
that would have been
one
cool.
day I will.
I mean, what are the chances? Your nickname is sort of homage to him, and he's there for your debut. Obviously saw you, must have appreciated what you did, given his history of knocking people out. And that would have been a nice way to cap a very memorable week, I would think.
I hope so. I have seen Mike Tyson drop a few people with the forearm punch I threw.
So I understand that you have a hard out. You have to be somewhere at 3 o'clock.
I do, and I'm sorry about that.
What do you got? What do you got at 3?
I have a very important meeting that I cannot miss due to court.
Due to courts?
Yes, because I'm under probation and I have things that I have to oblige to.
What are you under probation for?
I was arrested 5 or 6 years ago for burglary.
Okay.
And I was put on 2 years community control, 3 years probation after being out on bond for a year. And I'm actually sitting outside that building right now waiting to walk in, but I wish I had more time to talk to you guys.
So you were in jail for a year? Is that accurate?
No.
Oh.
I was out on bond for a year. I did violate the community control.
Okay.
With a failed drug screen, and I did almost 6 months in jail. Got out, they reinstated my probation, and I've been working on that ever since. I got less than a year. I should get out in May or July, in between there of next year.
But you're okay to travel, right?
Yes, they give me permission for work. I was just in Vegas. They gave me permission for that.
Okay. So maybe do you feel like this debut in the UFC and how well it went, this is the beginning of turning your life around and getting past this legal stuff? It's going to help you?
Absolutely. I mean, it's not even the beginning. I've been turning my life around. I've just been on probation for so long. I would say it has guided me in a better way.
Okay.
Who knows? I had to learn things the hard way in life. I didn't always have proper guidance, and I guided myself a lot, and probation kind of helped me, I guess. So I'm grateful for whatever God put in my path. I guess there's a plane overhead. I don't know. Messing me up.
All right. Well, we will leave it. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, please.
I do want to say that I took one of my UFC checks, man. And I cashed it today, and I'm walking around with 10 grand in my pocket because I never had that before. So I'm just walking around with that.
It's in your pocket right now?
It's in my pocket right now. I'm about to walk up in the probation building.
Holy smokes. Are you going to put it somewhere, though? Like you actually have 10 grand in dollars or a check?
$100 bills.
Are you going to put it in the bank, or are you going to just walk around with it?
I'm probably about to go spend it.
Okay. Maybe you should keep some of it. Okay.
Put some money on a car. I bought a new iPhone. I changed my number. I'm about to, when this phone goes off in a couple of days, I got a new number already, so I'm walking around with 2 phones right now, and 10 grand in my pocket.
Wow.
And I'm in the hood. I'm in Sanford, Florida. I'm in the hood right now, but I don't care.
Did you make 10 grand only, or was it 10 and 10?
It was 10 and 10.
Okay, what about the other 10?
It's sitting in the bank.
Oh, okay.
It's not 10, it's 8. I had to pay for MRI, MRA, physical. I had to pay for plane tickets. There's expenses, but man, I appreciate y'all talking to me.
Okay. Hopefully next time.
I hope you have a great day. I got to go inside and take care of business.
Okay, good luck with that, Mike, and congrats.
Thank you very much. See you again. Bye.
All right. Platinum Mike Perry. How about that for a debut? Holy smokes. I was not expecting that, but that was fascinating on many levels. I hope he put some of that money in the bank. Congrats to him. Wow.